It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, mathematics writer and the Giz Wiz, Dick DeBartolo.
Welcome to not only Giz Fiz, but Giz Fiz PM. Wow. Every week that sound gets closer and closer to the announcement. It's really good. Okay, so we have a slightly different Giz Fiz PM tonight, in as much as we yes, you're flushed with excitement every time we say that.
After all that fizzy soda.
After all that, yeah. Because we have two chat room celebrities of the week. And let's see, should I do questions while we get them set up?
Let's see. Why don't you stall for 2 minutes?
I will stall for 2 minutes. Okay, very good. What else? So tonight, Dennis is out, so I can't leave Charlie in the studio for the whole show because Charlie, he just gets into everything. So in the apartment, it's fine, but up here, he gets caught in wires, but we have Charlie on video. Okay. And what else are we going to do? So we have a couple of questions from George.
Let's not get to the questions yet. Just keep talking for about 1 more minute.
Don't do the questions. All right. So we're going to talk about who is getting what for Christmas. Oh, it's not Charlie Spy Camp. Charlie was willing to be in his video this week. Let's see, as usual, as the Gizmo guy, I don't get Christmas gifts. So people love that I'm the Gizmo guy because they say, well, we don't have to we don't have to buy you anything. You have everything. And they're pretty much true. So that's okay. Who wants what for Christmas? Oh, thanks, Slim Pickings. Yes, I will be on Stu's show on Wednesday. Charlie Cam is pre-recorded this week. You're right, Joel H. Oh, and at the end of the show, I'm going to do one plug for one thing. If you want to support Giz Fiz, buy one of those hats. I'll mention it at the end. Doesn't come from me, comes from my accountant. My accountant says, I'm doing a pre-thing of your business. And so far this year, you've cleared $5. So he said, do something here in the end of the year because you don't want the IRS to say that your business is really your hobby. It is my hobby, but I want to make more than $5. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I do not see one gazelle request in the chat room. I cannot believe 30 people didn't say, I want a gazelle for Christmas. Oh, Sailor Lion's getting a box of crap for Christmas. Okay. I did ship out the people who ordered them. I got a new house. Oh, Becky. Oh, wow. So, Becky, you're in your new house, right? But you were saying that the DSL was not that great, right? I want a new 24U server rack. Joel H., you too got a new house, or you got a gazelle, or you have terrible DSL?
Dick, we're ready here when you are, I think.
Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Chat Room Celebrities of the Week. Now, have you guys ever seen the Giz Fiz?
Not the Fizz. I did watch the GizWiz for a long time.
Oh, okay. Okay. The Giz Fiz is a slightly different show. It's on all three networks, ABC, CBS, and live as we speak. Oh, and CNN. I think CNN is no. So GizFiz is kind of an unofficial show. It started out because I had so much fun talking to the chat room. It ended up being sort of an hour weekly unofficial show that does end up on YouTube. Cool. So first you'll have to introduce yourselves and where you're from.
Okay.
I'm Gary. You may have seen me on the new screensavers just not that long ago.
Okay.
This is my wife.
And I'm Jen, and we have a paper-making studio in Portland, Oregon.
Okay. And that's where you're from, Portland, Oregon?
Well, we lived there for about 9 years now.
Oh, okay. You live in Petaluma now?
Oh,
No, we live in Portland, but we're not native Portlanders.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But we've been there so long, we kind of are now.
Okay. And so you guys have your own company?
Yeah, we have a paper-making studio, and we teach classes there, and we make custom orders for artists, and do a little bit of classes in maker spaces as well.
Well, now the paper making class, is it like 6 or 10 lessons, or do you just go in once and start making paper immediately, or is it a hard process?
It can be really easy and simple. We do a pretty basic, just recycled paper making class, and that's 2 hours. Or you can get more complicated and do like over several weeks or a couple days. It really depends on what your goals are.
Okay, now, what Gary is showing us here, what class would you take to make something kind of that grand? Is that like a week class or?
No, you could learn this process more quickly than that. You probably would want to just take the basic class first to just learn how to make the paper without wrinkles or mistakes. And then this part with the pulp painting, you do that with a stencil, and it's all paper. You would take probably another class to learn how to do that.
And how did you decide to start a paper making class? Did you say that there's a terrible shortage of that? Or?
Well, you did papermaking in grad school, right? Master of Fine Arts, Sarah Lawrence.
Museum
School and
in
Museum of
Boston.
Fine Arts, Boston,
Yeah.
Tufts University. And you really enjoyed doing the papermaking. So you and a friend of ours, who had also grown up in a commune where he made paper, you got together and said you wanted to make denim paper, which is made from old blue jeans. So part of that process.
Wait a minute. You can make paper out of a fabric?
Absolutely, yeah. Cotton paper is like the highest quality cellulose. So making it from jeans, like Gary was saying, denim or T-shirts.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good recycling.
And then Gary, how did you? So you were just a loser in life, Gary, and you decided.
Always.
Well, what did you do before you decided to make paper?
What haven't I done? I have been a library page. I have been a loading dock worker for Toys R Us. I've been a courier, a freight thrower. Worked in independent video stores for 8 years. And right now I just have a kind of an office manager-y job, but do the paper making and my podcast. That's more what I like to do.
It seems like every one of those occupations involved places where you could literally steal paper.
Well, it's not stealing if it's being tossed like the office shred. So.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then how did you guys meet?
Yahoo Personals.
Back in 1999.
Are you serious?
Yeah, before whatever the kids use. Tinder.
Way
I don't
before
know
any of that. Yeah.
Oh, did you meet on a dating site called Paper Mate?
No. It was pre-paper.
Pre-paper.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then you met and said, "What is your lifelong dream?" And you said, "Making paper." And Gary said, "Oh my God, mine is stealing paper."
There were a few
a couple of
things in
years going on, but yeah, condensed version. I'd say that's absolutely right.
Oh, okay. So, is your class like in your house, or do you have a studio, or you went to school?
We have a studio. We're in an incubator program with a nonprofit organization that works with other artists and small businesses to get them going. So that organization is called the C3 Initiative, and they help us by doing a joint program. We have an artist residency that they sponsor, and they also give us really reduced rent.
Okay. And do you guys have a website where you describe your various classes and stuff?
Yes, we do.
So give the website, and Alex will show us around, and you can tell us what we're looking at.
It is pulpanddeckle.com. Can you spell Deckle? I'll spell the whole thing for you because I do it on my show every week. That is PULPANDDECKLE.com.
Okay, I understand the pulp part. What is deckle?
Yeah, deckle is, there's a frame that you have to use, and that's a mold and deckle that Gary has in that picture, and this picture too. And the frame keeps the slurry of pulp and water from sliding off the mold. So it's the top piece. Yeah.
Okay. Did you know you can actually buy paper in the store?
Yeah, but you can't customize it the way that we can.
Oh, okay, okay. What were you doing? Were you making color paper in that shot where it looked like it was a purple vat of something and you were putting white over it? Were you designing paper that would dry with that design on it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. That's pulp that we threw, actually, in the background. So that's a really fun thing to do with a group of people. You throw pulp at a sheet or a screen on a board, and then as it dries, it forms into a large piece of paper.
Oh, just see in the chat room, Hodor, the deckle is also the name of the rough edge of paper, in addition to the part of the paper making process.
Yeah.
Two terms.
Okay. Oh, okay. So is that your classroom that we just saw the outside of?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And these are some classes. We do teach kids and adults. We've had birthday parties and, all kinds of people that are just wanting to do it for fun, or like people that are really wanting to do it as like part of their art practice. So we do a little bit of a lot of things.
Okay. And do you have a regular set of classes? Like on Mondays you do this, and Tuesdays you do that, and...
We don't have a really regular schedule, just because we haven't found that to be like really the best fit for our students right now. But we did just release an online recycled paper making class that we filmed and did the audio for. So that's
great.
If you can't come to Portland, you can still take a class with us.
Okay, and do you and how much does it cost to download the course?
$12.
$12, and is the course one video or a series of videos?
It's one video. It's 37 minutes.
By the time you're done with the 37 minutes, could you make fake money that would be the equivalent of what the $12 costs?
You could make some Monopoly money. That maybe.
I don't know if it would pass for real American currency, but you could try. Not with recycled paper, though.
Okay. So is the easiest... When you first started, like in that 37-minute class, is the easiest thing to make paper is to start with paper?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely.
And it's very green, your reuse. So if you have like stuff laying around, junk mail is really great. It's cathartic to tear it up.
Okay. Is newspaper bad to use because...
It's very bad, yeah.
It
just turns into mush. Yeah.
Well, it's been processed so much that it just doesn't have any life left to it. So the better paper you use to recycle, the better quality you'll get out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then you're right, because a lot of junk mail comes on pretty decent paper. Yeah. All right, and so you guys have kids?
No.
Just 2 cats
chickens
and 3 chickens.
Yeah.
2 cats and 3 chickens.
They don't interact. They see each other.
I was going to say, do they get along with each other? And who's watching? I hope the cats are not watching the chickens.
No.
We have a housemate that has 2 cats of his own, and he's watching all of them right now.
Oh, okay. And then if you watch the chat, you can see the chat room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's been a question about my accent. I'm not only loosely following. I grew up in upstate New York, so.
Oh,
there we go.
Whereabouts?
Saratoga County.
Oh my God! Oh, it's pretty up there.
Yeah.
In the summer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. That's why I really love living out in Oregon. But
Okay.
it's just the way it is.
Okay. All right. So we'll chat room. We'll take a couple of questions for Jen and Gary, and then Alex will give you my email, and everybody who appears as a chat room celebrity of the week gets. I'll send you each one of those 37-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures. I also work for Mad Magazine.
Nice.
So these pictures haven't been made in 37 years. I'll send you each one of those.
Thank
and
you.
you'll also get the February issue.
No, don't say his name.
Mad Magazine, yes.
If we don't say his name, he'll go away.
As I like to say, it is the only issue of Mad where Alfred looks better than the other person on the cover. Okay, so chat room, a few questions for Jen and Gary. Oh, that's a good one. Your favorite gadget. We always ask that.
Oh, jeez. Favorite of all time, favorite currently. It's
Whatever. It can be anything you want.
Does it have to be a paper-related gadget?
No, it can be anything maybe we should start with a pre-question. Are you guys techies?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
You are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you must have a favorite gadget or a gadget you use the most.
Right now, I've been really enjoying, after I installed Windows 10 I have a Asus T100 2-in-1. The screen pops up the keyboard, and after installing Windows 10, the thing has been fantastic.
Great.
So,
Okay.
Really, I actually use it to do editing for my podcasts. It just does the job.
Wow. That's great. Okay. And another question from the chat room. Oh, yes. Brian W., are your fingers paper cut proof?
No. Sadly, no.
But we're dealing with it while it's wet, so it's kind of hard to cut our fingers with wet paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. They get very beaten up. Paper making is actually pretty physical, surprisingly, depending on especially the size.
Yeah, we actually we have a decal box which is a little bit bigger than this mat here, and we actually have to fill it with water, and then we put a plastic sheet in it, and then we fill it with pulp.
Yeah.
And then we pull the sheet out, and we both have to lift it real quick, shake it as the water drains out, and then we get these nice giant sheets of paper. And it's heavy, having a big vat of water.
When you make paper, does it dry in an oven or with lights or air dry?
Air.
Yeah. So you keep it
air.
under like cardboards and felts, and then a fan blowing through those cardboards, the corrugation, and that dries it nice and flat, so that it won't warp while it's.
So you don't need to use an iron or a pressing device in any.
Well, we do have a press that we press them prior to drying.
And you press them after drying too, if there's still some wrinkles. Yeah, just flattens that. It's a dry press after they're already dried.
Okay.
Obviously.
What's the most impressive thing you ever made?
The book.
Yeah, we did our first big custom order was for a series of 33 artist books that were leather bound and letterpressed, and that involved. By the time we made all the papers, we made around 3,000 pieces of paper for that project.
So and so it was a one of a kind set of books.
Yeah.
Was someone giving it as a gift, or was someone using it to bind their own?
It's a woman that writes poetry.
Norse poetry.
They were rune-based poems. And
33 poems based on each 33 rune, and each book had different orders for the poems. And
it was beautifully set with the letterpress, and then so every book was a unique like art piece.
Wow.
And she sold them all to people that she knows. So that was really great.
Now, someone's asking if you can make glossy paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what is different about making glossy paper?
You have to dry it a little bit differently. So if you have a piece of plastic that you can put on top of the paper while it's drying, that's one way to get it to be really glossy. You can also like use a rock to hand do that, like a burnish basically.
Wow.
Or you can dry it on a window when you're making it, and it'll be shiny
when
on the side on the window.
sheet is still wet, you can just kind of put it up against the glass and work it off, and it just stays there and dries. And when you peel it off, that side is completely smooth.
Wow.
Assuming your glass is smooth.
Right. So does your entire house just have stuff all over all the windows? Well,
No.
Studio, yes. Home, no.
the studio, yes. Okay. So how do you make really, really thin paper? Or does making paper not lend to it being thin?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, it's just using less pulp when you're
Yeah,
in the vat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's still tricky. I mean, you can start with, say, like a handful of material you put in the vat, you agitate it, and you pull it out, and you can kind of judge how much pulp is actually in there when you look at your sheet while it's still wet. And if you want something really thin, you just kind of keep working it until you get to that point, and then you kind of remember how much pulp you're throwing in to get out what you're getting. So
Okay, and Den, who is an alcoholic, it keeps saying, ask about the beer, ask about the beer, ask about
Yes, the show is called I'll Have a Beer and Talk, and you can find it at ihabat.podomatic.com, which is IHABAT, Podomatic, which is PODOMATIC. You can also find me on Twitter. It's at ihabat radio. I'm on Facebook. There's my site. Yeah. It's also on Facebook at facebook.com/ihabatradio. And also, I do have a separate site that I'm trying to put extra content onto, which is ihabatradio.weebly.com.
And so what goes on your podcast? Are you drinking beer and talking?
Well, not at the exact same time, because that would not really sound that great. But I take one craft beer that I choose randomly, because Portland was a near infinite supply of different craft beers. And I talk a little bit about the beer style, and then I actually have some of the beer and give kind of an immediate review of it. I usually don't have beers that I've had before, so it's a fun part if I actually like it or not. But I like beer, all beer.
Okay.
And then I talk about stories that I read from the previous week on the internet that I found interesting. It's usually technology-related, science, medicine, culture, and there's always a funny or weird animal story I do at the end.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's like hanging out with me, but you don't have to look at me.
Okay. So give us your favorite or an animal story that comes to mind.
There was a Tim Hortons in Saskatchewan that had to call the Canadian Mounties to help them remove a goat that decided it wanted to stay in their entry foyer.
Okay.
So the Mounties had to come and they jokingly arrested said goat. There was a press release, which I don't remember off the top of my head now, but they said they took it into custody. It turned out it had escaped from the local Saskatchewan College rodeo. And they found it was staying in the vestibule, or the entry foyer, because it was warm. Because I guess Saskatchewan's not that warm. The goat wants to be warm. So.
Okay. But the goat ended up being home where it belonged.
Yes, was returned to the rodeo, which no doubt told all the other animals how awesome Tim Hortons is, and this probably will be a revolution at some point.
Okay. It makes sense. All right, well, Jen and Gary, this has really been super.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. You're welcome. We have a gentleman in our chat room called Beatmaster who normally records the show and then puts it up on YouTube. And so when you send me your email, I'll forward your email to Beatmaster, and or you can just let's see. I guess if you go on YouTube and search for Giz Fiz, it might come up. But if not, we'll get you a direct link. And also, if you're staying at a hotel, this show does rerun once or twice between now and 11 o'clock tomorrow when Leah's radio show starts again. Okay?
Okay.
So thank you, Jen and Gary, for being chat room celebrity of the week. Does your podcast have this kind of technical...
I do have some sound effects.
Oh, okay.
It's very hard to not use them all the time.
Sorry, Dick, what show are we watching right now?
We are watching GizFiz PM.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, thanks. That was great. Well, that was great. We had chat room. Thank you for that suggestion that we grab Gary and Jen. Yeah, that was super. Oh, yeah, guys, keep looking at the chat room so you can get your accolades. And I'm going to reach over and get the questions. Be back in a mo. Okay. Ta-da! Interesting true or false questions from George Davis. Bum, bum. It was I didn't read these through earlier. It was 1897 when the Queen of Italy, Margherita Savoy, ordered the first pizza for delivery. True or false? What? It was 1897 when the Queen of Italy, Margherita Savoy, ordered the first pizza for delivery. True or false? You know, there is a pizza, a margarita pizza. I don't know, I'm going to say true. Alex, you have an answer, true or false?
I'll say true.
Go ahead. 1897, she was ordering the first pizza for delivery.
Anybody else here have a guess?
True. I'm here.
Is that Kara?
That's Kara.
I'm here. I heard you missed me last week.
Yeah, we heard that as soon as GizFiz started, you split.
No, I was busy cleaning up cables from all the video games they were playing with. And then Alex told me to leave.
Oh,
said, Get out of here. He doesn't want me to take his job.
Okay. So true or false? 1897, the Queen of Italy, Margherita Savoy, ordered the first pizza for delivery.
True or false, Kara?
True. Sorry, true.
True.
I thought I said
True. Okay. And the answer is, let's see, true. Hawks Post says false. It was Peter Pepperoni. False. True, but there was no dipping sauce. False. It was 1896. User 7927. I don't think so. The pizza was created for her, though. Well, there is a margarita pizza. Oka 86 says true, and it was free because it didn't arrive in 30 minutes. Makes sense. I think pizza was an American invention from around 1930. And some Red Penguin also said true, and it was free because it was 30 minutes late. All right, let's look at George Davis's answer. The answer is false. She ordered the pizza in 1889, and she wanted pepperoni on it. I don't know. I don't know where these came from. All right. Question number 2 from George Davis. If you were to watch every video, this is going to be good. If you were to watch every video uploaded on YouTube since its inception 10 years ago, without them adding more. Oh, okay. If you watch 10 years of YouTube videos without them adding any more, it would take over 3,000 years viewing them 24/7 to view them all. True or false? If you were to watch every video uploaded on YouTube in the past 10 years, it would take more than 3,123 years watching 24/7 to view them. True or false? Chit Chat says false. It would take 50 million years. Sir Onester says 3,000 years and 15 minutes. Stu says that's all that time only for the HD versions. Okay, 86 says it's true, and 3,000 of those years would all be cat videos. Bill says, hang on, who's got a stopwatch? Go. All right, let me read it again. Watch every video. 10 years. Boy, I'm going to say false. That's an awful lot of time. I know YouTube gets like 10,000 videos a minute or something, but 3,123 years watching 24/7 seems like a lot. I'm going to say false. Alex, your answer?
I say true.
True. Kara?
False. I think it's more.
More.
Well,
okay.
What was the question exactly?
If you were to watch every video uploaded for the first 10 years of YouTube, watching 24/7, it would take more than 3,000.
More than. So, Kara, that would be true then.
Oh, I know. I'm not listening. Yeah, true.
It takes two of them to answer.
I was cleaning up things.
Takes two people to come up with a true false answer. Okay. And the answer is a huge false. It would take over 60,000 years.
Right, but isn't that more than...
That's what I was saying. I said it would take more than...
The question was more than.
It would take more than...
It's a technicality.
Yeah.
So I was
right.
It's
a technicality.
Yes, Carol,
you were right. You were right. Okay, some people used to believe that if you kissed a donkey, it would relieve a toothache. True or false? I wonder what country this was. Some people used to believe if you kissed a donkey, it would relieve a toothache. Well, I don't know. If you kiss a donkey, he'd probably kick your teeth in. So that might be more of a toothache. Some people used to believe you kissed a donkey, it would relieve a toothache. I'm going with false. There's a similar answer. Bill said he'd kick your head off and the tooth would be gone. False, it's for another kind of pain. False, you have to kiss a gazelle. Okay. It was a donkey who made up that rumor. Oh, is it? If you kissed a donkey, it would relieve a toothache. Is the toothache from the donkey or the person? If you kiss a frog, would you be a prince? This must have been in Mexico, says Loke. All right, I'm going with false. Alex?
Hell, I still think it's true.
You still think it's true? Okay, some people used to believe you kissed a donkey. And Kara?
I'll say true.
True. Oh, my gosh.
We just like donkeys here.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican.
It's true.
Ooh.
Wow. You know, in New York City, it's very hard to find a donkey to kiss.
Oh, they're all over the town here in Petaluma.
Oh, that's the difference. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's the difference. Okay, a group of jellyfish is not a flock. It's not a school. It's not a herd, but it's called a smack. True or false? A group of jellyfish is not a flock, a school, nor a herd, but it's called a smack. True or false? Wow. Red Penguin says false. It's called a bag of goldfish crackers. Dr. Morbius says false. It's called a blob. False. It's a jelly mold. False. It's a smucker. False. It's a slime. It's a flutter. That's a lot of smack. It's called a zip flock. Boy, I'll say true. What the hell? Alex, a group of jellyfish is called?
It's called?
Is it a smack? True or false?
False.
Okay, and Kara?
I was going to say false first.
False. Okay. Here we go. A group of jellyfish, not a flock, not a school, not a herd, but is a smack. The answer is true. And George says, I am smack dab in the middle of this smack. But I assume it is true. Final question. A ultracycle, what? A ultracycle, ULTRICLE. I guess it's ultracycle, is the world's smallest fruit, the size of an ant. True or false? If I'm saying it right, ultracycle, UTRICLE, the world's smallest fruit is the size of a small ant. Wow. How in the world would you pick I'm going to go false. False. True. Actually, it's an ant's bicycle. Oh, okay. True, it's a fruit grown to feed ants. It's a fruit fly. Yes. Radio Rod said, man, these are hard. True. Probably raised by ants. True, and only 3 is a serving. False, it's called small fruit. True, and when you bake it, the fruit cake is the size of a grape. It's pretty funny. Sounds like a bicycle for clowns. All right, Alex, a UTRICLE, ultracycle, is the world's smallest fruit. True or false?
False.
Okay, and Kara?
True.
True. And let's look at George Davis's answer. It is true. If you look at a strawberry, you'll see what looks like seeds all over it. Each speck is the fruit, and the seeds are inside. Okay, so utricle, it's pronounced utricle. So they're part of a strawberry. George Davis is the king of totally random facts. Now, that is true. Okay. Very good.
Oh, and I forgot, George had sent me this picture to go with the donkey question.
Oh, what a great.
See, he'll make your teeth feel better.
He will. That's a great looking. I love donkeys. They really are great. I stayed on a farm that had donkeys, and they're I don't know, something about them. Reminds me of my family. Now I know I'll never eat another strawberry. What a trusty donkey. Jammer B, is that the one next door? Do you have a donkey next door? Alex? To the studio? Is there a donkey next door?
Like I said, there's donkeys all around town. They're just
donkeys all around town.
You just open the door and you'll guarantee to see a donkey in
see a donkey.
Minutes.
Okay. All right, we'll do a few match game. Have you heard about the 102-year-old man doll? It's so realistic, it even has blank. The new 102-year-old man doll. It's so realistic. It even has blank. It even has diapers and enlarged prostate. Oh my God. All right, one last time. Have you heard about the 102-year-old man doll? It's so realistic. It even has blank. I'm writing down my answer. All right, Alex, it even has...
You first, Kara. I'm changing mine.
Age spots, okay. And Alex says... A young wife, that's very funny, yeah. I said arthritis. Donald Trump's hair, bad breath. Girlfriends. You would match, Alex. Need for the blue pill, nose hairs, avoid screaming, get off the lawn, prostate issues, a donkey. Okay.
Or just for completion's sake, my original answer was ear hair.
Ear hair. Well, either way, you're in tune with the chat room.
I'm 100 years old in spirit, so I know what it's like.
Okay. Jack said this magic hair grower grows hair on anything. Unfortunately, it even grew hair on my blank. Jack said this new magic hair grower grows hair on anything. Unfortunately, it even grew hair on my blank. Okay, Giselle. Okay. My nude mouse. Wow. My bobblehead of the Giz Fiz. Whoa. Boy, we're all low. My violin. Wow. Jack said this magic hair grower grows hair on anything. Unfortunately, it even grew hair on my Alex.
Okay. I don't have one.
Okay. And Kara?
Yeah, it's not that good. I'm like, whatever.
I'll just reuse this one.
Oh, you matched me, Kara.
Okay.
My answer was it even grew hair on my wife. Okay. Bum bum. Stella said, all those years he spent in the army, my husband told me he was at the front line. Just found out the line he was at the front of was for blank. Stella said, my husband spent all the years in the army and he told me he was always at the front line. Turned out the line he was at the front of was for blank. Oh, we got some matches going on. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. The nudie bar. Oh, a lot of them. The stripper bar. The late movie. The welfare office. Okay, Alex, my husband was always at the front of the line. I just found out the line he was at the front of was... Oh, the bathroom. Okay, you matched several people in the chat room. Kara? I can't quite read it. Oh, the strip club. You matched more people in the chat room. My answer was the buffet. And that also matched. We would match food in the cafeteria. Oh, that's good. All right, let's see. We'll go till 9. So we'll do like another 18 minutes. Janet said, I lost my job as a stewardess because every time the plane started to take off, I would blank. Janet said, I lost my job as a stewardess because every time the plane started to take off, I would blank. Open the doors for fresh air. That's good. That's good. Janet said, I lost my job as a stewardess because every time the plane took off, I would go blank. All right, Alex. I lost my job as a stewardess. When the plane would take off, I would get high. Okay. And I would scream. My answer was I would pass out. Scotty said I would run after it. I would yell, we'll never make it. I would take a stroll on the wings. I would deploy the chute. I would eat small bags of peanuts. I would puke. Classy. Okay, we'll do one more, and then we'll do a little. Okay. Let's see what we can do. This is a narrow range of answers, I think. The rumor was all over the circus. The fat man was going to forget it. I ruined that question. All right, let's get another one. Bum, bum, bum. And here we go. All right, we're going to do, I only picked 5 match games. We're going to do cows and bulls. All right. All the answers have to do with cows and bulls. The first one is beyond easy. Energy drink. Now, Kara and Alex, write down your answers, and if you don't match each other.
Wait, this is a match game?
Match game. Logo.
No, we went over to logos.
Oh.
See the
I see that. But you said something about matching.
Oh, well, yeah, I expect you two to get this correct.
Oh. Can we just tell them?
Energy drink. Answer on the back of the card. You just have to.
We're ready when you are. We lit our sign.
Okay, good. Alex, you said. All right. Yes, Red Bull.
Except she spelled it one word. I spelled it 2 words. I'm not sure which is.
No, I think it's 2. According to the card, it's 2. Ice cream with cows on the label.
Wait, I know this one.
Ice cream with cows on the label. Dun, 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 dun. Beavers and ducks. I don't think so. Borden's. Utter and Jerry's. Gateway. Yeah, Gateway, but I don't think they did much in ice cream. Utter cream. All right. Skinner's Dairy. All right, you guys have answers?
No.
Oh, it's driving me nuts. I don't know.
Oh, what? Okay. Come on. Cows on the label of ice cream. Okay. Utter disaster. Utter ridiculous. Moo cream. Bluebell. Skinny cow. Oh, you know that might. We may have 2 correct answers. Frozen bovine. My utters guillotine cold. Gazelle's ice cream. You guys have an answer yet?
Maybe, but it's not a. I can't imagine it would be on the.
On the container, and your answer is?
Clover?
No. Kara?
No, I don't know.
No. Ben and Jerry's.
They have a cow on the thing?
No, like.
Yes. Look at how many answers. How many people said cows?
Hold on.
Look it up.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. He's gonna go.
Because Clover also has the Clover logo, which is a cow on it. But that's a local Petaluma thing.
Oh, okay. I only do national questions.
Fine, we're gonna go
find a Ben and Jerry,
and we're gonna go see if they actually have a cow on their thing.
Yeah.
Oh. In the background.
I see. It's part of the.
Let's see it. Let's show it.
And it's different. It's different for each variety too. It looks like.
Okay, but we're not seeing anything. We want you to be humiliated, so put it on the screen.
See where it is on all of those.
See, some of these have people
okay, there's one right there.
Oh, okay.
There's one right there and there and there.
Okay, yeah, all right. I could see where. I could see if you were. a terrible person, you wouldn't see those cows. Okay. All right. What American university has a longhorn steer as its logo? Now, this one I don't know. American university with a longhorn steer as its logo. Okay. Jammer B, go horns. It says Longhorn as part of its logo. Someone's saying it's not their logo. It's not part of their logo. All right, they are saying University of Texas, Bovine University. Did you guys know?
Yeah, we either University of Texas or A&M. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's pretty.
University of Texas, Longhorns.
Oh, okay. How about a luxury car that uses? We'll even give you part of the answer. What's the luxury car that uses a bull in its logo?
Jaguar.
Wow. Okay. Jammer B will know this. Ultra luxury car with a charging bull as part of its logo. Gateway cars. No one got Gateway in there yet. No. Nobody. All right. All right. Did you guys know?
No.
All right. No, Lamborghini, Brian W., Beatmaster, Chi-Town Deke, Lamborghini. Oh, there he is. Wow, I'm amazed that you found out how to spell it. Autocorrect. Okay, we'll do another. Oh, well, you know what? Let's do Charlie's video, okay? So it's a Christmas gift idea. And Charlie, this is his first commercial endorsement. So the whole video is just about a minute and a half. So let's play it. Dick DeBartolo, man's maddest writer, and the GizFiz one-take theater here at GizFiz.tv. It's Christmas time, and that means one funny character, the Easter Bunny. Oh, not really. It is Selfie Santa, okay? His full name is Sidestepping Selfie Santa, and he puts on a little show. It's about a 40-second show, so I'm going to put him down, and I'll try and follow him with my mic so we can hear him. So, Santa, take it away.
Sleigh's loaded up, and I'm ready to go to fly through the sky in the Christmas snow. Got lots of stops, and it's going to be tricky quick. Let me take a selfie. Selfie. Let me take a selfie. Now my job is done and it's over for the year. We really knocked it out and we spread the good cheer. Back to the pole and all my little elfies, quick! Let me take a selfie. Selfie. Let me take a selfie.
That is great. I think that's really cute. I normally don't like these little animated things, but I think this is very funny, especially working in the selfie and the little flash bulb that goes off in the fake little cell phone. Very clever. It's about 10.5 inches high, runs on 3 AA batteries. And by the time Christmas is over, you'll probably have had enough of him, but I like it. It's about $20. It's at Toys R Us. It's at Bed Bath & Beyond. And for some reason, it's one of the few times that it's more money on Amazon. So the big box stores is probably the place to go. More than people like Sidestepping Selfie Santa, like this person, Charlie.
Sleigh's loaded up, and I'm ready to go to fly through the sky in the Christmas snow. Got lots of stops, and it's going to be tricky quick. Let me take a selfie.
right, so Santa, you have to go back to the North Pole. Let's pack it in and go. Here he goes. Oh, up the chimney, up the chimney.
Let me take a selfie.
Bye, Santa. Bye. Bye. And there he is, sidestepping selfie Santa. Oh yeah, and I will do. It's just once this year. If you want to help Giz Fiz, you can buy a hat. Can you go to my website, Alex? It's Log and Blog. It's a 4 LED knit cap. It's the same price as Amazon, except with every hat I'm sending out the Donald Trump issue. And I'm also going to send everything via priority mail. So if you want one and you do it in the next day or so, you'll certainly have it by Christmas. And that's what it looks like in person. Okay. Bum. It's a knit cap, 4 LEDs up front. And let me just go back here to the little on. So it's clearly worked out. It's 2 of the LEDs faced, I don't know, blow out this camera here. 2 LEDs kind of face down and 2 LEDs face forward. So if you're walking the dog, you can clean up after your hound dog, but also see where you're walking. So GizFiz.biz and click on Dick's Log and Blog. And you'll make me, but my accountant, even happier. Once this year, that's all I'm going to ask for. All right, we got 5 minutes. We're going to end this at 9. So, Alex, where was your Christmas party, by the way?
I was at a restaurant downtown called Seared.
Seared?
Yeah.
Okay, was it like a steakhouse?
It's a steak and seafood place. It's pretty good. They opened about 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay. What's going with the place next door, by the way?
Oh, we still have no idea.
Oh, okay.
They put a sign up or a rendering of like photo of what I guess it's going to look like, but we haven't seen anything beyond that.
Oh, okay. You know, when I was there, I think it's been like 4 restaurants, right?
Hasn't
it
was
been
a drugstore
several?
for a long? No, it was a drugstore for a long time, and then it was one restaurant, and then a second restaurant, and I think that was
okay.
Just
I think the 2 times or the 3 times I went up there, it was always closed. First time it was closed because there was nothing there. Mm-hmm. Then I went up and there was a restaurant, but it was closed. And then I went up the 3rd time. It was a different restaurant, but it was closed.
Right.
And now it's ready to open, but you don't know as what.
It's not ready to open. They still got to do work in it. They just put up a rendering of what it may look like when they're done with it.
Oh, okay.
So they haven't done any work yet. Got it.
Okay, so chat room, any questions? It was closed when I was there too, says Sir Wunster. Jamma B says you can show this, Alex. Can you see Jamma B's post?
Yeah, I don't have the chat open on a thing.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it myself.
It looks like Twitter/Padre J/status and then an incredibly long number. Eric Duckman said the restaurant chain from San Diego is moving in. Oh, Beatmaster is so kind. I figured Beatmaster, I'll just ask for one thing on this show. This Thursday, if you are around, we are doing 2 GizWiz shows. OMG Chad and I are doing 2 GizWiz shows back to back. One about 7:30 and one about 9 p.m. so that we can be off Christmas week. Chad is going to go back to... Oh. Who's that man behind Padre?
That's Anthony.
Oh, that's so fun. What does Anthony do at the show?
At Twit, you mean?
Yeah. Anthony works at the restaurant?
No, he's at Twit. No, he's an editor here.
An editor. Okay. A Wizathon. Yes, it is a Wizathon. It's the first time we've ever done 2 shows back to back. One is going to be Christmas toys, and the second one's going to be the best of what we liked best from 2015 for GizWiz. If you don't, anything about a new place?
Sorry, I should play this again because John said he wants to hear it with the audio, so I'll play it with the
Okay,
audio.
we're going to hear it again.
Sounds like crowd noise.
Okay. Wow, I think Anthony would be a great chat room celebrity of the week.
He's never here on Saturdays. Oh, sometimes he is, actually.
Okay, maybe that's a good thing. Anthony reminds me of the comic shop owner on Big Bang Theory, GizWizathon. Yes, that's on Thursday, 7:30, New York time, 4:30 California time. Having my AT and Falcon returned from parents' storage. Kids are already playing with them. We used to do Marketing Mavericks with Tanya. Oh, Radio Rod. Oh, okay. It's the Padres selfie. May start having nightmares now. You mean about the Santa or about Santa? I won't play him.
I got another photo from George of his cat, Mr. Cornflake.
Oh. Wow. Boy, he goes all out, doesn't he? That looks like a life-size Santa sitting on the couch. Sorry, Generation 1 Star Wars, Chumley? Okay. A Nerf... Is there a Nerf gun accessory for the selfie Santa? I don't think so. Here's an electrical outlet idea for you. Alex, is it possible to go there? Can you see Yuda?
No, I can't.
If you could change his name. If you could just call yourself like Upper West Sider. Okay, so chat room. I think we're going to end the show. We already saw Charlie via recording. Dennis is out at a show. Myra is rehearsing, I think, for an event tomorrow, but we'll be here next week. Oh, you know what, Alex? Is Leah going away for 2 weeks, do you know?
I think it's only one Saturday, is my understanding.
Oh, okay. Because there's one Saturday that shows no...
It's, let's see. So after Christmas is a Friday, so that next Saturday, I don't know if we're actually here or not.
Oh, okay. So there may
be one, but I'll find out this week.
Oh, okay.
But okay. I think the Saturday after New Year's definitely not. I think that's what the pre-record is for.
Oh, okay. So there'll be no GizWiz. No GizFiz that day either.
Correct.
Okay, very good.
But I'll try to find out this week for you.
Okay, fine. So next week things are normal though, right?
Yes, as far as I know.
Yes. Okay. So next week there'll be GizFiz PM. Thank you. If you want to buy a 4LED beanie, gizwiz.biz. Click on Dick's log and blog. And I'll get the beanie right out to you with a free copy of February Mad. And it'll go priority. I'll try and get it out tomorrow or Tuesday. So you'll definitely have it by Christmas. Oh, when is the move? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Do you know yet?
I do not know.
Do not know. Okay. Leo is coming to Bayonne. When will that be? Okay, so chat room, thank you very much if you can join us Thursday. And so many of you come over to the GizWiz chat room. It is just amazing. We normally have like 80 people in there, and it's so many people we know, and Beatmaster does. You guys are just the best. We love you, Dick, Charlie, Alex, Kara, and all the chatters. Well, we love you too, Radio Rod. Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'll just say that this has been GizFiz PM. I'm Mark Goodson, Bill Todman, Dennis Wonderland, Dick DeBartolo, Alex Gumpel, Caracole, Jammer B, Hawks Post, Red Penguin, Oznet, Travis MC, Oznet, Nancy, Becky, Loke, Rufus Production. Remember Turtle Wax and new Turtle Wax for your tree. Wax your tree and watch the tinsel slide off. See you next week. Bye.
See you, Dick.
Okay, Alex. Thank you.
Will begin at 6 minutes past the hour. From Premiere